So I was back to the video. So today is gonna be ShawnPhenomenon 2019 year in review, sort of rewind or whatever. No, this isn't YouTube Rewind or anything dumb like that. But I did one of these last year, and last year I dropped my first song in August, and I did this in January actually, I think. So technically earlier this year, I did in January, but it basically was a year looking at 2018 ShawnPhenomenon content, mostly music, and this is mostly gonna be music as well. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of YouTube because I did start a podcast, but I dropped 30 plus songs this year, and on SoundCloud, which is where every single one of my songs I've ever dropped is on, I have about 50 or whatever. So I probably dropped about 2018, and like I said, 30 plus. It might even be over that this year. So there's a lot that's happened. I dropped 2 albums. EPs, EPs, whatever. I dropped 2 of those, and I kind of want to talk about 2020, what I'm gonna be doing in that year. Now, do I have it all planned out? No, but what I'm gonna be doing for the early year per se, because I do have an announcement at the end of this video for upcoming music and stuff like that. So that's gonna be really good. But first, let's just start it off with Basement. So Basement came after my Christmas songs that dropped in 2018. Christmas Time Around Here and 2 a.m. Hard Cars. Those were pretty good songs. People were like, but like they're catchy, but they kind of suck. That's why I say they're pretty good songs. So I was like, I had this song in my arsenal, whatever you want to call it. I had it, and it was Basement, and I was like, this is like 10 times better than what I just dropped before, and it'll start of the year. So I was originally gonna drop it like, actually 2018. I was gonna drop it in either early January or late December, rather than what I did, which was my birthday. I was gonna drop it then, but then I'm like, well, in the song I do kind of talk about I was a little boy, but now I'm older, and on your birthday you get a year older. Yeah, no duh. But yeah, point is, I was like, okay, I'll drop it then, and it'll make a little more sense. Even though the song was not written to be a birthday song at all, it'll make a little more sense. So I dropped Basement, and Basement really had no specific meaning. It was just me putting as catchy stuff as I possibly could, and from up to that point, I had not had a rap song nearly that good. So like, if my quality before, well, Bitcoin was good, so was Big Doings, but Bitcoin, quality wise, this was probably the best I had, and catchy, and publicity wise, or whatever you want to call it, because it's still my top song, almost 1,000 plays, which is nothing, but for me, it was the top I had. And that was in January, and then I'm not getting the dates exactly 100%, but that was in January, and then I'm looking right here, that was in January, and then it was the end of February. Yeah, it was the end of February, where I dropped Fastlane. Now, Fastlane had no point to it, really. It was me trying again to make the most catchy songs possible. The songs did not make sense. Was that the point? No, but the point also was for it, not like I didn't on purpose make it so they made absolutely no sense, but I also at the same time didn't really care because I was going for catchiness. So first we got the song Fastlane. I had inspiration to make a song that if you were driving super fast in the car, that you could play Fastlane and you'd be doing what it was talking about. So, I decided to do that. Fastlane was actually the last song I made on the actual album of Fastlane. And this was because I had the beat for a while. I hadn't been able to come up with like an actual full song to it. But then it kind of clicked in the last couple of days before I had dropped Fastlane. And I didn't want to hear it. So didn't want to hear it was probably, it was my first experiment into a little more melodic rap. Christmas Time Around Here does not count, that sucked. But yeah, it was kind of an experiment. I definitely went into some cool flows that I hadn't explored before. But other than that, it was just like, it's like a song, And then 4am. A lot of people thought like I was talking about like I was on the phone at 4am with a certain person, a friend, but it was not about that. Again, I was on the phone at 4 a.m. This was me experimenting even more into the melodic stuff. You might say, well, didn't want to hear was your first. Well, I didn't want to hear it first. I made 4 a.m. after. So that was that. Turn This Up. Turn This Up was an old song. I should not have put it on this album because it was kind of catchy, but quality-wise, it sucked. I said A too many times. I'm not super proud about this song. But Turn This Up, I had it, like I said, I had it for a while. I believe I had it in 2018. And sort of liked it. It was kind of like a filler track. I sort of liked it, kind of didn't. I was just, all right, I'll put it on the album. And then you got Airstream. Airstream was definitely one of my favorites on this album. Airstream, again, like Fastlane, was just purely me trying to do the best possible flows, the best possible everything I could. And I think I did. Airstream was pretty good in that regard. Didn't mean anything specific, but and then Full Send. Full Send, yeah, you guessed it. I kind of got from Nelk. It had nothing to do with Nelk, but I just got the term Full Send. Nothing else really about that song. Fun fact, I just got copyrighted for that song on my channel by the beat user, even though the beat was free. Maybe someone bought it by them. I don't know. Nothing bad's gonna happen, but they're not gonna make any money off of that. So, then Bet No Limit. Bet No Limit. So that was a 2-part song. My only 2-part song. Well, I have another 2-part song actually. But yeah, it sucked. I was trying to make a better version of Bet. This was me again trying to experiment into fast rap. And it also was fun putting Elijah, Lil Leaf, and my friend Isaiah on the song. That was really cool. That was cool. I'll admit that part was cool. Crypto with Riker Rhymes. Crypto. Now, this was probably my most... it's hard to explain this, but the point is, this was probably one of my most... It was one of my songs that probably got in your head the easiest. I had my friend Philip on it. He did good. He was the best feature I had up to that point. So that was good. The beat was, yeah, that was a really good song right there. I look better when I dance. So I look better when I dance. I look at it back with mixing quality. I didn't think it was that good. Yes, it was inspiration from I was gonna roll it with the diamond, which was like, okay, you just stole that. That song got the most plays on the album, but it was because they weren't actually real or whatever, but whatever. And then Why Can't I Do What I Want? Again, no meaning, me just trying to do some hard ski mask type rap. And then I almost forgot Attic. How could I forget Attic? And yeah, and then Attic. Attic. that was a really good song. That was my first song using Tyga type beats. So that's something interesting to note. And TJ, he did TZ, very good feature on it. And he'll probably be my last feature I'll ever have, besides Sing to Infinity, for a while at least. And then I took a 2-month break, which for me is a bit. I took a 2-month break, and I was like, okay, if I'm being honest with you guys, Fastlane could have been put into a 6-song solid Fastlane album versus 12, whatever. I say that now. Back then I was like, yo, this is all fire. This is all flames. But Maestro. So Maestro gotta go. Is to this day this is one of my favorite songs of mine, and this, no meaning, just me. The purpose of it was me sort of changing up my style to more of a I have my own style, but to more of a ski mask type style or whatever. So that was what I was trying to do there. Same with Ski Trip Gone Amazing, which I dropped in the same month. Yeah, Ski Trip Gone Amazing, same thing. Me literally just trying to do what was hard, catchy, great flow rap as possible. Same with Headache, which I dropped 2 months. Wait, yeah, I did. Yeah, so what happened was in between Headache and Ski Trip, I believe I went to camp. Point is, Ski Trip, same thing. Ski Trip was not that good of a song. But then I dropped Problematic Predicament. In my opinion, my style, my skill from Headache to Problematic Predicament, or Fastlane to Problematic Predicament, was insane. Am I like the best artist in the world? Am I even that good? No. But the change in quality, in my opinion, was that same. I mean, not insane. It was insane. And Problematic Predicament only had 9 tracks. 3 less than before. And then Molecular Chorus, my first album, had 13 tracks. So I was cutting down. And my future music to come out, even less tracks. Because I'm cutting out anything that I know is not quality. And I've become a perfectionist with my music now, which is good. Between Problematic Predicament and Headache, there's only a 1 month break, but I was working on Problematic Predicament in the midst of Headache and Ski Trip. I dropped Headache, Ski Trip, and Maestro just kind of as singles, knowing that the songs I made for Problematic Predicament were gonna be the album songs. And this was my first album that had more of a story to it. Now, was it as like story-esque as I would have liked it to? No, because I kind of lost track a little bit, throughout it. But Problematic Predicament, I'm still proud of that album. I really am. Like I said, I got it done pretty quick. It had been, let me just look. I know I keep looking at my computer, and it's probably annoying, but I'm looking at all the songs right here. In between Problematic Predicament and Fastlane, there were 5 months. So to be fair, there was 5 months without an album. So, it was a bit. But Problematic Predicament, okay, the actual song. There's so much more to talk about this album, because like I said, it was more of a story, more of meaning, and that's why it took longer, because I still think it's catchier, better. I think it's better in every way than Fastlane. Then again, Fastlane probably had some songs that are catchier than some of them, but point is, overall, I think it's way better than Fastlane. But that being said, it took longer because I wanted to do an actual meaning to all the songs. So Problematic Predicament, the actual song. This was one of my favorite songs on the album, and wow, it's really weird thinking about this, but similar to Fastlane, the title track on this album was the last one to be done, and I think because this was more of a story one, the intro is able to capture what the album's about if you've already done the album, so you know exactly what the album's going to be about, rather than if I was just to do the intro song, or that if I was to do Problematic Predicament first, I'd be like, we're going to talk about this in the album, but then I talk about love rather than what I did talk about, which was conflict, basically. But I did not do it to a high degree. It was kind of a small degree, and in the future I want to do even more higher degree conflict, personal, emotional type albums. But anyways, point is, Problematic Predicament, that song was me trying in one song to tell everybody what the album was about, but at the same time not be like, this is what the album's about. So I try to be super kind of chill with it, with the chorus. Everybody loved the chorus because the cold and bold part, like, oh, it's catchy. But to be fair, I was telling you how the album's gonna be, and people weren't like, oh, so he's saying the album's gonna be bold and cold. They were just like, oh, that's catchy. So I got my point. I got my point across with that. And the beat was good. I shout out a bunch of, and this is how I shout out a bunch of people. I shout out my friend Gray Nash, his sister Tessa. I shout out my friend Carson, my friend Daxing to Infinity, who was on my feature presentation. And one day I shouted out one other person. Oh, I shouted out Daniel Parrish. And so yeah, that was super cool. And not to mention, this album was my first album on Spotify. It felt premium enough for me to do that. So that was my first thing on Spotify. Just kind of forgot to do that. but Show Me How It Do did have to do with conflict in general. Nothing specific, but it had to do with like, "Are you say I'm trash? So you do it," kind of thing. I didn't want it to be like too in your face, so I masked it with some joking around and really catchiness, to be honest. And I don't say that in a bragging way. I just mean I didn't try and make it too blunt, and whatever. So yeah, that was a great song. The beat on it, that yeah, I really liked that song. Friend, Don't Want to Lose You. Okay, this wasn't about a specific person. This was about friends in general, because I had begun to think, right, about, I'm going to lose a lot of friends in life, because like college, right? And so this was kind of specific, not specific, it was unspecific, but I wanted to create the song for myself to where in any situation in life, this song would apply to the person. So friend's going off to college. He has his own family. Like, it sucks. Like, and I don't want to lose him, but I do. But in that time, that didn't happen because nobody went to college, because that was last year. But point is, this kind of song I created for future emotion, current, just kind of a universal song, and for people in general to kind of relate to. Splash Around. This was top 3 on catchiest songs. This was definitely my most skilled song I believe I've ever done, because I went as fast as I've ever gone in the chorus and the verses, and the chorus was the most melodic I had ever done. In a sense, melodic, like, I'd never done a chorus like that. It had always been pattern-wise, not... This is the weirdest way I'll put it. Most of my choruses before, I've been like... Splash Around was... You get what I'm saying? It was interconnected. It was just a little different for me. And I understand that was weird. But yeah, Splash Around, I really love that song. Big Doinks. With a Z. This was me remaking probably one of my friend's favorite songs of mine, and me personally, my favorite song of mine. This took a bit. I wanted to do it for a while, and this took a bit though, because it's like I was thinking like, okay, well, how similar do I make it to the original, and how not similar do I make it to the original? You know what I mean? So it's, I don't really know what to do. And I had a little thing at the end, so, and people liked it. I liked it too. It turned out well. It took a bit. Had way more aggression than it sounds 10 times better than the original. I think it's way better, to be honest. Break It Down. Break It Down was about taking a problem, and you find the core, break it down, and then fix the problem. Literally was what it was about, because I'm that type of person where I really like problems to be fixed, and that's really what the song was kind of about. Varsity Poets. So this was Jitis 2.0, and for those of you who don't know, this was me trying to make the best possible song with my friends, and this was the top song on the album, Spotify wise. But I was like, okay, we made a funny sound before. It was funny. Parts of it were catchy. Let's make a song that's funny and catchy. And we succeeded. The chorus was great. The verses weren't mega catchy, but they were catchy in a funny way. You know what I mean? Elijah's part specifically. That was funny. Daniel's part wasn't necessarily catchy, but it was, he was talking about God, right, in a good way. And the rest of us were just messing around, so looks like we know he's going to go to heaven. Nah, but yeah, everybody did great on that song. Isaiah did awesome on that song. He can rap. Me and Elijah harmonizing on the chorus. Like, I love that song. This is the kind of song that when I'm thinking, friend, I don't want to lose you, I can listen to this and I can remember us back in the days. Like, I'm low-key getting kind of sad thinking about this song from the perspective of 30-year-old me. That'll be cool, and I'm sure my friends I did it with will as well feel the same way. Then my future presentation. This was my first full-on singing melodic song. I keep saying that. That's not true. Okay, one day, Christmas time around here. But I think this was my first full-on, like, me really trying. It was my first good full-on melodic singing song. Dag did great in it. I wanted to have Dag on the album, and I wanted to have him on that song specifically because I knew it would fit him. It was great. That was really why it was talking about. I don't know why I tried. The first part of the chorus is like, I don't know why I tried. Like, why try at certain things? It got not specific, but hard things in life. But then it's me at the end of the chorus answering myself, we're gonna make it either way. We're gonna make it either way. And then the final song, a problematic predicament. It's getting better, and this was me making a song about how in life I believe I'm getting more mature and I'm getting better in every single different way. Quickly? No. But again, this was also kind of spiritually getting better. Just getting better in every way possible. A lot? Oh, definitely not. You should know me by now. But yeah, that's kind of what it was. And then my singles. Quite Glorious. I released a month after. The chorus was, this was probably my most, if we're talking bars wise, this was the best song I've ever done. I had so many little Easter eggs in this song. That was great. And then 2 months ago, we're getting pretty close. Out of the Oven, one of my favorite songs. Definitely the most catchiest, best singing song I've ever done. I still suck at singing, but out of all of them, it's probably the best. Out of the Oven was a great song. It was about Arizona. I wanted to make a song about Arizona, but not doing it in a cringy way. So it came, nay, I tell what doors and around me, my brothers keys in the town, which I think is one of my catchiest choruses I've ever had. And then 2 months ago as well, Hop Up. Now, Hop Up, if we're talking YouTube-wise, is my top song. I made a music video with this song because it was this song I really had wanted to do a music video with the most out of any song I dropped before. That's not true. I wanted to do a music video really bad with Out of the Oven. But the point is, it had been about 8 months since I dropped the Basement music video, so me dropping another music video was pretty special. It was around my house, which was but my next music videos, I promise, are not gonna be around my house. They're gonna be not high budget because I don't got money to pay, but they're gonna look way better. And then 1 month ago, Universal Love. This, so me as a person, I like peace. I like a lot. I like peace. I like to think that I'm like a caretaker, and it sounds weird, but I just care about people. So this was Universal Love, like me trying to show my care for everyone, really. And yeah, that again was a singing song ish, singing rap song. And then Lost Legends, 16 days ago. So a week and 2 days ago, I dropped this song. Lost Legends was the Juice WRLD tribute. Again, me singing. A different song was supposed to come out the day I dropped this, but I was like, okay, I'll do this. I did this in 2 days, and it's my top track on Spotify. And fun fact, last week I went from 7 monthly followers / listeners on Spotify to 61 today because of this song. So whether this song, in my opinion, is great or your opinion is great, it's helping my numbers. So January 6th. Last year I dropped Basement, which was my best song. It was my birthday song. So this year, I decided why not do a little better than that. So I'm dropping an album / EP January 6th. It feels weird doing an announcement like this because I never do an announcement. In fact, I feel stupid. But point is, I'm dropping another record January 6th. It's gonna be 5 to 7 songs. Okay, the reason I say that is because I'm planning on it to be 6. But you never know with me. I might want to add another song, and I might want to scratch this one song that I need to finish up. But point is, yeah, I'm dropping it. I'm dropping that. And one of the songs on it, it's better than Problematic Predicament. I'm telling you, it's way better than Problematic Predicament. Most of them are rap songs. There's one singing song. And it's my best singing song. Is it perfect? No. Do I hit all the notes? No. But it is very catchy, and I think this song could make me famous. No, I'm kidding. But I do think it'll probably do pretty well. But don't quote me on it, because if it doesn't, this video is gonna look really stupid. But yeah, I'm also gonna redo 2 old songs, like Big Dunks, but with the old songs. And yeah, I'm gonna be making like an announcement video, like showing all the songs and all that. Like probably like 1 or 3 days. So yeah, I'm dropping a 6 to 7 song EP. Then I want to do a full on length album later in the year, but I'm not quick at music right now. I'm not. New album January 6th. Merry Christmas. See you guys later. Peace out.